Good morning. Um, just woke up about 30 minutes ago. My big dog was barking. Apparently, there's some critter outside that is catching her interest. And I noticed that my husband was snoring rather loudly, and so was my other dog. So I'm like, I'm just gonna get up because I'm already up, and I've got my coffee, and I did get a few hours of sleep, so that works out, and hopefully I'll get a nice long nap tomorrow. I don't expect anybody to be up this late or early, I guess, just depending on who you are or where you are. Probably Johnny, but I'm sure he's working somewhere. He works really late with Cajun Roots Reseller. I did want to talk a little bit about. Uh, I went live because I wanted to talk a little bit about what's actually been selling for me lately. I had, I think we've all experienced the fun and joy of Poshmark switching up playing mystery algorithm with us for the past couple of weeks. And when I got back from Vegas on Sunday, the let's see, um, 26th, I think. Got back on Vegas from Vegas that day, and I slept all day. And then that night, I actually got up and started listing. Ordered a 50-pound denim box from ThreadUp that I mentioned in an earlier video. So I started listing jeans. That's a lot of jeans. I am sick to death of jeans right now. I gotta be honest. So I started listing jeans about last Sunday, and um, I spent the entire week doing jeans and jean shorts. Hey, backbeat rhythm. Uh, um, started doing jeans and jean shorts like last Sunday, and just listing and listing and listing. You're already at work, Wendy? My God. Well, I think it's just you and me and whoever backbeat rhythm is. I'm not sure who that is, but hi. So I think it's just the three of us. I just went live because I was like, well, it's easier than recording something. Um, uh, so because of that, I have been listing daily, and that's, it's supposed to help. You went at 2 a.m.? Yeah, I am feeling that, girl. That sounds painful. Hopefully, you're off early in the morning and you can go, or at least before noon, and you can go home and get a nice nap in, maybe. I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you. It's making me sleepy just thinking about you going in at 2 a.m. um, but I thought it would be interesting to, hey, Betty Boop, how you doing, baby? I thought it'd be interesting to just kind of look at what's actually been selling for me. Um, and the thing is that I was kind of looking for like multiples. I'm looking for patterns, right? Hey, Toilet Girl, good morning. I can't believe you guys are all up with me. That is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I was just explaining, guys, that I have a very, I have a big dog who likes to bark at critters in the yard, and I have a little dog who snores just as almost as loudly as my husband does. So when the barking starts and then the snoring starts, then it's all like a big thing. So um, so this is what we've been. Yeah, I'm still up. It's not still up. I woke up, unfortunately, against my solidly against my will. Trust me. But once I'm up, I'm like, oh crap, I'm already up. I might as well just talk about some numbers. Um, and the thing that I'm seeing is that I started to see movement this weekend. More movement. Sales were seriously just trickling, and it was a slow trickle. What am I doing up? Oh, my dogs and my husband. Yeah. Well, this is the thing, Betty. My husband and I race to see who can fall asleep first because we both snore. So whoever falls asleep the first is the winner. Yay. And last night I fell asleep first. I felt really justified and good. And then I wake up in the middle of the night with the barking, which for some reason does not register with him, but it always registers with me. And then I'm like, and then I hear a lot, and it was like, oh God, I just just shoot me. I'm like, there's no way I can sleep through this. And then the dog is at the end of the bed. My other dog, I have two. The other dog is at the end of the bed and she's snoring almost as loud as he was. I'm like, why are you snoring so loud? You're not even a chubby dog. I don't get it, but she's a snorer. She was having a really great night's sleep, so good for her. So what I did sell though, uh, I sold interesting over this weekend. I sold a Columbia fishing gear shirt, like Columbia PFG. But it was a women's Columbia PFG, and I think that's actually a little more rare to find. I just happened to come across it, and I thought of who's the dude Thrift Alive? Who's that guy? What's that guy's name again? Paul? No, maybe. I don't remember his name, but it's the Thrift Alive dude, and he talks about doing. He has a YouTube channel. He talks about like he has like the Menswear Manifesto. It's that guy, and he talks about doing fishing gear, and I actually experienced that for myself. It was actually quite kind of a fast flip on that. I was like really surprised. So that it took about 3 weeks to sell, and on Poshmark that's a fairly fast flip. It's 4 a.m. in Massachusetts. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock in St. Louis here. Toilet girl, where you at? She might be on the East Coast. New England Betty Boop. Now that's definitely East Coast, unless she's originally from New England and moved to the West Coast, which is also possible. So I sold a fishing gear, and that kind of kicked off my weekend. And I actually had a really good weekend. So listing does work. Incessant listing, it works incessantly. It just takes a while to catch up, I guess. It takes maybe a week or two to catch up to you. Shorts. I've sold like 3 pairs of shorts so far in 1 week. So it is definitely people's ears are perking up about the shorts, and I'm getting a lot of hits on the likes, and the shares on the shorts. I did sell though solidly the one thing that I sold, two of in the same day were the swimsuit tops, the tankini swimsuit tops. So they're a little more modest than like a bikini top. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm quite sure you've seen it. You're in the UK? Mwah! I love that. Yes. I used to work in Dick's Sporting Goods, fish hunting sports. Yeah, it is fire. It really does sell. And the thing is that, again, I find the men's stuff fairly regularly. Missouri is like filled with rivers and stuff like that. So, I mean, we've got a big fishing community too, as you know, do most watery sort of states or states that are on coasts. But the women's fishing stuff, you don't actually find that around here anyway that often. And so I found this Columbia PFG, and I thought, well, I don't know, on Poshmark, that's probably not the customer for it, but I'll put it on Poshmark and see what happens. And she sold within like 3 weeks. And that was a good lesson for me to kind of keep my eye out for that. So I'm definitely looking for those vented shirts. They've got like the mesh venting in the back, or they'll have it like under the armpits. And in this case, it had both. So I guess that was a bonus or whatever, but it was just like a button-up long sleeve fishing shirt. I was kind of impressed by that. But definitely the swim tanks, the shorts are going. I did sell like sandals. I sold jeans. I sold mini skirts, sleeveless blouses. So I guess what I'm getting at is the spring thing seems to be happening in my closet. Now, I'm not the guy who's going to march out my sales and go, this is what I paid and this is what I profited. That's, I'm sorry, I'm just not quite that guy. It's not that I'm not that organized. It's that I don't want to say it twice. And I don't want to see it twice. And the first time I see it on my spreadsheet, and then we're done. So I don't put my spreadsheet up. There are sellers who are so good and organized, and they love to talk numbers, and that is their thing. I'm not that guy, but I can tell you what I've been selling, and I can tell you what's been walking out the door. So it's just lots of things that are short, like shorter skirts and short sleeve shirts. I sold like 2 men's short sleeve shirts. You don't have to. Thank you. So yeah, it's Yeah, if I remember, okay. I just went back. Honestly, I just pulled up my orders from the Poshmark site, and I just started checking things off. Now, I did get an interesting bump right before I went on vacation, and for some reason, the universe makes this happen right before I go on vacation. I cannot figure it out, but every time, it's almost like I never put my eBay store on hold because my eBay store, guys, I don't sell that much on eBay. I have like maybe 15 to 20 items at any one time. It's just stuff that I think maybe best cross listed, like LL Bean waiters that I really don't think are going to sell on Posh, but I think they're going to sell on eBay, that sort of thing. And I don't sell a lot of hard goods and stuff like that. So not that much cross listing to eBay. But for some reason, every time that I schedule a vacation, let me know if this happens to you. The day before I leave for vacation, I get like 2 eBay orders. I got like an eBay order for like a pair of leather motorcycle pants that I knew weren't going to sell on Poshmark, but they're like the padded leather motorcycle pants. And then the other eBay order was like for some flame. They used to call them flame retardant. They're actually considered fire resistant. Is the FR now on those, but the FR Wranglers. That was my last pair of FR Wranglers. Boyfriend woke me up in the middle of the night needing a pee, fell back asleep, and just woke up. You have 75 items on eBay. We have a love-hate relationship. That's how I feel. I'm like with eBay and and then I'll put like, unless I actually pre-put an amount for shipping, it always ends up charging me for shipping, and I know I'm doing something wrong, but it's so I sell so seldom that I just don't really mess with it too much, but it does cut into my profits. So I don't know. It's just crazy. Oh yeah, Betty. Toilet, Betty. Hello. Originally from New York, my handle used to be Brooklyn Betty Boop. Moved here to Massachusetts 5 years ago, hence my name. My name is Lisette, by the way. Lisette, thank you. And I know that I have seen you a billion times in every chat, and I'm like, I love her so much. I really thought your name was Betty. So that's I'm glad to know that your name is Lisette. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Lisette or Lisette? Lisette. Yeah, let me know what your real. Well, I mean, you don't have to let me know what your real names are. I'm Glamma'z, so I get that. I'm Dana, by the way. Hi. Oh, Scarlett. Oh, why would you choose a name like Toilet Girl when you have a beautiful name like Scarlett? She said, sounding exactly like your grandmother. Sorry. Yeah. I was right the first time. Lisette. Okay. Yeah. I'm just Dana. Yeah, I've got that one of those names like Pat or Chris where it's sort of a gender, I guess, neutral name. So yeah, it's always been fun. And my maiden name was George, so I was Dana George. Doesn't that sound sexy? I sound like a porn star, right? Oh, it's Dana George. Here she goes. So yeah, that was, while all the little Tiffany Robinsons were running around school, I was Dana George. But builds character. What doesn't kill us builds character, I guess. Yeah, it's Dana with the Y. I'm a YouTube whore. I love live chats. Me too. If I see somebody in a live chat, I'm like, hey, what's up, live chat? How y'all doing? I'm the same way. And we do not YouTube whore shame at all. No, we don't YouTube whore shame. I'm kind of surprised Miss Pearl isn't up this early, frankly. But if anybody sees her, tell her I said, hey. I love Dana. I have 2 very dear friends with that name. Oh, well, now you have 3, Lisette. It's it was, I don't know. My dad wanted to name me Diana, and my mother found out that was the name of one of his ex-girlfriends, and she put the nix on that. So they settled for Dana. I think I was a compromise. I came out with a compromise name and just kept on. Yeah, Dana George on the pole dancing. Yeah, it's like Fantasy Island. Hello, fellas, it's Dana George. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Yeah. So I was almost a Cindy. Cindy's cute, but I love Wendy. I love Wendy. It always makes me think of like the lovely girl on Peter Pan. It's just such a cute, girly name. I love that. And Scarlett too. Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. I just almost said Garlic Johansson. Oh, you can tell I just ate tapenade too. I'm like still hung up on garlic. Girl, you're so pretty. You are. I know you are, but what am I? Oh my God, fantasy. I know, right? Does anybody remember? And they had Ricardo Montalban. Yeah, and then he would be like, "Ladies, ladies, line up," and then there'd be like the little hula girls at the plane, and I always wanted to be one of those little hula girls at the plane with like the little things that swirl around. And also a good name for also a good porn name is a hula girl name. I'm sorry, is yeah, exactly, the plane, and then the hula girl named Dana. Dana, the hula girl. You were almost Jeanette. Wow. I like Lisette though. I think that's prettier than Jeanette. Not that I don't love Jeanette. She's a peach. But yeah. Yeah. It's like Ricardo Montalban. So anyway, that's what's yeah. That's what's selling. The shorts, the short skirts, the uh oh my god. Toilet girl. Do you remember the pitcher, the baseball player? His name was Randy Johnson, and they actually did call him the big unit. And that's a little off color, but his that was his true name, and that was his true nickname. Like that's on his baseball card and everything. So it's funny that you mentioned that because I actually ordered a baseball card for the bar because I figured my husband would think it was really funny. And there were two baseball names. I'm not going to tell you what they were because I got to be careful about stuff like that. But one of them, look for the White Sox outfielder Rusty, and you'll find it. And the other one is the Royals first baseman Pete, and you'll find that too. So yeah, it's just Peter and Rusty. You can only imagine where those go to, and the last names. I sold a short romper and sandals last night. That's been happening. People are starting to buy the warm weather stuff, which it's weird because the weather's not all that warm, but it is the beginning of April. And I always say too, it's not exactly the first of the month. It's always like the first day or two after the first of the month, after the bills are paid. People who get paid on a monthly or twice a month basis, where it's like on the first and the 17th or something like that. Those people are that's when they tend to shop. So keep your eyes out for that. I tend to experience my biggest sales of the month. I always tend to experience those. Yeah, exactly. Tax checks. I always tend to experience those in like that first and second weekends of the month. And then later on, things get a little tight and I have to, run some sales and list some more and do things like that. Um, and like the weekend of the 17th, see, people think that people are busy on Easter weekend, and they are, but they're also stuck inside with their families in some situations. And I shouldn't say stuck. I mean, it's not like I don't enjoy my family. I love my kids and my grandkids. They're hilarious fun, and I really do love them. But not everybody has fun with their families. And dying Easter eggs with toddlers can really take it out of you. So I think a lot of the sharing that I do, I like to do on like the Thursday, Friday, Saturdays before a holiday, um, or like the 3 days before the holiday, because one of the things I experienced was my very first year of reselling, my very first fall, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I didn't know about sharing. I didn't know about sharing bots or anything like that yet. So I was like sharing manually once every 2 days. And that was like on Poshmark. That's kind of ridiculous. You can't do that. And I didn't know that at the time. I hadn't watched enough videos. So, the Wednesday before, the night before Thanksgiving. That Wednesday night, as everybody was home and they were preparing food, and most of the moms and the dads are like up and they're cooking and things like that, and relatives have come into the house and all of that. Just what I found was that the Tuesday and the Wednesday before Thanksgiving were my highest sales days of that month. And I kept thinking, what's going on? Is that like the first, is everybody getting paid? Is it almost Black Friday? What's going on? And then it occurs to me that they're doing what I'm doing, which is sitting around on the internet late at night for some peace and quiet. And they're like, oh, I'll go a little shopping. So yeah, I like those holidays. I do like those holiday weekends. I'm prepared to have, 0 days, but I'm also prepared to share more often than usual on those days to catch those sales that I really think are going to happen on every holiday. I think that's going to happen, like, not on the holiday because people are busy, but maybe the 2 or 3 days prior to the holiday, and even on like the holiday night, like Thanksgiving night, after you're full and you've taken a little nap and everybody's sitting around. Same thing with like Memorial Day and stuff like that. I just think that it's an opportunity. So let me know what your experience was. Liz said, I subbed to you, girlfriend. Love your pic, girl. You're so beautiful. She's a pretty girl. You both are. Finally making content. Oh my God. I didn't know that. Okay, Lisette, sign me up. I'm gonna have to take a look. I thought I was subbed to you, and I think I am, but I just don't get anything in my feed if you're not making content. So, and of course, YouTube has that real fun thing where they will unsub you, unsub somebody from you. Yeah. Excuse me. It is allergy season, and I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, I think it was Jack and Ryan. Yeah. And I just love them. They're still my glam babies. I was texting back and forth with Ryan just yesterday, actually. And they send me out a first dibs thing if they get like a coach that they think, they've kind of learned my taste now. And if they get a coach that they think I might be interested in, or if they have something come up that, they think that, maybe I would want to take a look at. So they're just precious. They're just precious to me. And I really enjoy them. I need to send them something for Easter too. Didn't know you were making videos. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, Wendy, when is your next video? I miss your face. I love her face. There's something about, I don't know, you just always look shyly happy. And I love that. I think it's just charming. I'm charmed. It is absolutely adorable. So yeah, that's about all I've got. That's that's me blowing my load for the night. We do have a haul that Carrie and I are taping in, oh God, about 6 hours. But it's a good haul. I have my, I went thrifting with my brother for his birthday. And so we went to this little honey hole that I have nearby where I live. And it's like a small town honey hole, and it's kind of a hole in the wall. And then we went to the Salvation Army. So I picked up a lot of cool stuff. And I am planning on doing a haul. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the real deal with the ThredUp 50-pound box. That's a lot of crap. 50 pounds of denim is more than 50 pairs of jeans. Okay, there were like a jacket and like 3 skirts and like 20 to 25 pairs of shorts. I don't know exactly. I'll have to count. And all of that stuff. And so it was just so much to, and another reseller was like, hey, I got mine too. Let's do a collab. And I'm like, that sounds great. And then I looked at this mountain of denim and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way I can't haul this much. So what I'm probably going to do is a quick run through, because I don't have the patience to usually, unless it's like a live chat, I don't normally have the patience to watch somebody for more than like 10, 15 minutes. I have ADHD, guys, I think. So yeah, no, not a marathon, but yeah, I'm just like, oh my God, this is going to be the longest video ever. I'm not like that. I try to take it down just a notch. I mean, besides this one, which I'm just jabbering because I'm full of coffee. But I've got that 50-pound denim, and what I think I'm going to do is just kind of drive by it and let everybody know what I got. Like, I got 6 pairs of American Eagle jeans and I got 4 pairs of Old Navy and whatever. And let them know, how much I'm donating, how much I'm doing to BST, what I'm actually selling online, why I'm donating the things that I'm donating, and then my expectations for sales and whether or not I think it was worth it. And spoiler alert, just for my late night girls, here's the spoiler alert. Totally freaking worth it. Totally worth it. 50 pounds of denim. I paid $58. Okay. And that included shipping. And I don't remember if it's because I had a few like ThreadUp credits or if they were just like, over this, you get free shipping or something. Maybe your boyfriend will make me breakfast. Maybe your boyfriend will come over here and make me breakfast. I love breakfast. Oh, he'd have to fly across the pond, wouldn't he? Dang it. That sucks too, because I know that English breakfast is huge, or at least a good solid, a good solid breakfast. Dang it! I need a big old trucker breakfast. I do. I need like a Waffle House like stack. Waffle House has the hash browns all the way, and they take these hash browns. This is what they do. They take these hash browns. And if you ask for them all the way, they put mushrooms and green peppers and cheese and chopped up ham, like chunks of chopped up ham. And then they put chili on top of that. And then they put gravy on top of that. Oh, it's so good, guys. I know it sounds disgusting, and it looks gross, but it's so good. And then like, if you get like a nice piece of raisin toast with apple butter on it, because they serve that too, and some cheese grits on the side, and they serve those too. It's just pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. And if you want, you can have them crack an egg or two over the top, and just like do like a fried egg or two. Yeah, that is the biggest, baddest, fattest hangover breakfast you could possibly get at the Waffle House. Well, I say that, but then you could have a side of waffles too. Yeah, like till the ham and chili and gravy. Yeah, it's not for the weak of stomach. It is not for the weak of stomach. I like my eggs over medium. I like them runny, but only on the inside. My husband is a lucky guy. You're beautiful. Oh, thank you. Well, he feels apparently so lucky that he's extra relaxed and snoring out loud. So I will go into the other room and shake the crap out of him, because I want to do that anyway for waking me up. And then I'll let him know. He's just knocked out, and he's been working like so hard. He worked doubles almost all week. And, when you get back from Vegas, you want to sort of, put as much money in the kitty as possible. So, because, we took as much out as possible. So we had a fun time. But yeah, I'm going to go kick him in the side. Have you ever been in bed with somebody and they're snoring, and you wake up and you roll over and like you poke them, or you jab them a little bit, and then they're like, and you're like, what's wrong? Have you ever done that just to get them to quit snoring? Me? Am I just mean? I might be mean. Maybe a little mean. I loved Vegas. Vegas is so much fun. It's like a playground for grown-ups. It's like grown-up carnival. Yeah. And I keep meaning to go down that zip line that goes over Fremont Street. I am not afraid of it. I'm afraid of standing in line for 2 hours when I could be gambling. That's the God's honest truth. Devil. I know. I'm such a mean devil wife. I just like there's not a lot that I would hold against my husband, but that snoring crap. I'm like, you should have let me go to sleep first. Yeah, I am mean. I'm sorry. To be fair, he's also shooken me awake and pretended like he was sleeping, and I know it was him. What sign are you? I'm a Scorpio. Yeah. That zip line does look cool. And I've seen people going over and they look so happy, but they spent like 2 hours in line to get on that thing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that because I could be at a craps table. We had our honeymoon in Vegas in 2002, first anniversary, 20-year anniversary in June. They're starting to really reopen everything, Wendy. And most of the casinos, at least on Fremont Street, I don't know about the Strip because we didn't go there. But you're a Scorpio too. I knew you were my soulmate girlfriend. That's my Oklahoman soulmate right there. Yeah, I knew that. I totally forgot where I was. You're a Taurus? I would not have pegged you for a Taurus. That's interesting. Hey, Michael, good morning. Sorry, we're just up with the chickens this morning. Your birthday is next month. Yay! Happy birthday to you. Happy early birthday. Happy birthday to Toilet Girl in the UK. Happy birthday to you. First, it's a competition. I won. Thank you. No, it's not a competition. But if it were, I won. I mean, no, I'm joking. No, some of my favorite people are Tauruses too. So yeah, my middle son is a Taurus. One of my favorite coworkers ever was a Taurus. You're a Gemini. I love it. I tend to get along with Geminis too. Yeah, my sister, my youngest sister, Aunt Boo, is a Gemini. I think. Yeah, she's like right on the. Yeah, she's in June. Yeah, right at the beginning of June. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you got a song. Yes, you did. And let me know when it's your birthday again. If I'm live, I will definitely sing it again. We'll do a jazzier version. Yeah, I'm kind of a Scorpio, I guess. I don't know. I'm definitely a water sign. Um, it's been, I gotta tell you, there's been some family drama going on the past 2 weeks, and just trying to keep calm on the surface, keep the surface calm because somebody's got to steer this family into the right direction. But sometimes it gets to be a lot. You're like, okay, I'm ducks on the pond, right? My Taurus, isn't that a Ford car? It is. I think so. It's a Ford car. It's also a bull. Bull. Yeah. Taking the bull by the horns. You'll be 36 old. Oh, please, child. Wait till you turn 51 and you're staring down the barrel. Wait till they start sending you ARP cards in the mail. Like they're like, oh, you're ready to join ARP? And I'm like, no, who's ready to join ARP? I'm still 16. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Scarlett, you're a baby. Tell her, Lisette, when you get your first ARP offer in the mail, and then guys, this telemarketer calls me, okay, and he starts talking to me about senior citizen homes. He said, if you're ready for senior living. I said, what do you mean if I'm ready for senior living? I'm senior living right now. And he's like, well, we have, some really great homes. And I said, oh, no, you didn't. I said, I just turned 51. Get off my phone. Yeah. Yeah. Right before you hit 50, they start sending you an ARP card. And I'm like, on the one hand, I should go ahead and put the thing in my wallet and just get the 10% off. And on the other hand, I'm so insulted. I like so insulted. I've been a member of ARP for 8 years already because of my husband. Do they give discounts on like car stuff? Let me know. Like oil changes and stuff, that'd be nice. I know that they give discounts in hotels. I spent over 3 decades in the hotel industry. So I know you get discounts at hotels for that. But yeah, I'm saves a ton of money if you travel. That's what I was thinking. Right? Just take the discounts. That's what I'm thinking too. But I have to get around. I have to get my head around the fact that that I'm eligible for that, and I'm really in denial here. I got to be honest. They give discounts for everything. Check online. Nice, nice. The weird thing with ARP is that I don't know. Yes, Michael, that's a good thing. I wonder, do they give discounts at thrift stores? Because that may be a game changer for me. Did I see little Miss Q? Good morning, Miss Q. Mwah. Good morning. Yeah, I just got up and started blabbing, and some folks showed up, and we've been visiting and having fun. Miss Q, oh, I love you. She's so zesty. She's got a zest for life, kids. She's got a massive zest for life. I love that. She's excited about everything. She's just very positive a lot of times, and I appreciate that about her a great deal, Miss Q. I appreciate that about you. That's what I appreciate about you. Yeah, Michael, let me know every Tuesday at your Goodwill for being 55. Really? Now, do they make you show your driver's license or just an ARP card? Because I can get an ARP card without having to be 55. I don't know if I'm going to have to write on my driver's license. I may have to. I have to take that one. Take that one for the team later. But I know that my mom gets a senior discount on Tuesdays at Savers. Oh, Miss Q, how close are you to 1,000 subs? I'm still stuck in the 800s, and I'll be there for a while. I'm not in a rush to get monetized. I'm not. I just, my YouTube channel it was originally set up as a marketing extension of my reselling business, and then, it just became sort of a fun way for me to pass the time. So, they never asked for anything. I know them all so well. I wonder if mine would do that. At the Goodwill too. Age is only a number. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And to be fair to all of us, I am massively immature, so I don't feel 51. I don't until I get out of bed in the morning. And sometimes I get a little creaky, if I if I try to hip hop dance, I hurt myself. She is at 873. Let's get you there. 5% off at the grocery store on Tuesdays as well. So Tuesdays are a good day to be out for us. Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I have a zest for love after surviving death. I have a heart of gold, but also don't take shit from anyone either. That is a perfect description of you. We were just talking about our signs. Miss Q, what's your sign, little Quasi? Yeah, just when the bones creak, right? I was trying to do, guys, I hurt my knee so bad. We have Christmas Day at my house, and it's Christmas in pajamas, we call it. So everybody shows up in like sweats and PJs and like really, really super casual, because by then you're sick of dressing up. You're sick of eating weird stuff. And so it's just like a big lasagna fest on the night of Christmas. And then we'll have like beef and stuff like that. But we try to do like just relaxed food and like a really relaxed environment. And we this bar is actually a lot bigger than what you see. So we hang out in the bar. And Gemini. Oh, there's another Gemini here. Lisette is a Gemini too. I think it was Lisette, right? Lisette's it. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I don't want to grow up, toilet girl. I do not. There's no way. There's no need for it. I tried to run across the street and almost got killed. I tried to get into second gear and run. I had nothing left. It was scary. Yeah. Second gear and run. I had nothing left. It was scary. Yeah. So yeah, your body tells you nasty things about how old you are. Don't listen to it. As long as you're not like hopping around or, I don't know. I chase after my grandkids, and that's when I realize exactly how old I am. And they're like, Glamma'z, come to play tag with us. And I'm like, oh. And then, of course, my dogs are outside. So I slip in a big pile of dog poop and, run face first into a tree. That's fun. 2 of my kitties are Geminis too. So imagine the attitudes in my house. You lived in Gardner for 12 years. Gardner is in Massachusetts then? I've only been to I've been to New York and New Jersey, and I found them both. Quite lovely. I think those are the only places I've been on the East Coast, though. I think, besides like North Carolina, besides the lower part of the East Coast, but the New England area, I think those would be the only places that I've really visited. But from what I understand, Massachusetts is really beautiful, really, really beautiful, and Maine, and they're both worth that they're just, some really beautiful places. You're in Philly, Michael. Okay. Okay. I know that you have a mean cheesesteak and a Rocky statue, right? I've had pizza in 38 states and 15 countries. Michael, have you had St. Louis style pizza? Because not that many people have, and they think what it is, and it's not. Sitting here in furry jammies, so nice and warm. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Last week, who was it? There's a reseller that I follow, Cookie and the Haydens, and they were talking about people in the chat were in Great Britain, and they were talking about snow. Were you in that area that got snow? Let me know. But yeah, it's been a little chilly in areas. Michael, you haven't been to Missouri. St. Louis style pizza is different than any other type of pizza. And I know everybody says that like Chicago style is different, and they are, but St. Louis style pizza is a cracker thin crust, which is not necessarily original, right? That's not like anything that you can't get elsewhere. The thing that makes it utterly unique is that there is a cheese that they make in Wisconsin, and they only make it for St. Louis. It's called Provel cheese, not provolone. It's called Provel cheese. And it's a mixture of like Asiago cheeses and cheddar cheeses and some other stuff. And they put it through an extractor, and it looks like Play-Doh. And it's literally, it's almost like a white Velveeta. It's weird. If you're not used to it, it's going to completely weird you out, because it doesn't taste like, you're not like, oh, this is pizza. It's like a square. It's cut into squares with a cracker thin cut crust and Provel cheese. It's the strangest thing you'll ever try. And everybody either loves it or they hate it. I love it because I grew up here, and that was like the good pizza, and it was the best. Yeah, Michael, you've heard of the Provel cheese? Drive to New York. The pizza and bagels here suck. Oh, I love a good bagel, but I don't know from a good bagel either. I'm Midwestern, so everything here is going to taste like bread. So like what you see at like the Panera, that's what we get. Yeah, St. Louis Bread Company is how it started, as like little small stores, and then they became Panera, and their headquarters is still here in St. Louis. But that's what I'm used to as far as bagels go. And so many bagel lovers do not, if they're a purist, they don't like the Panera bagels because they say they're too bready. And I'm like, well, we're kind of where the wheat grows, so we grow a lot of wheat here and corn. Benny about to go to bed for a couple hours before a crazy busy day, but saw you live and thought sleep's overrated. Oh no, Q, go to bed for a couple hours. Oh no, I don't want to sleep deprive anybody. I'm a Jew, so bagels are life. Amen. Wendy, me too. I love Panera. What is does everybody like Panera? Because I like their French onion soup in the bread bowl, my fave. And then they have a Mediterranean veggie sandwich. And I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan or anything. It's just really, really good. It's really good. Historic Forest Park right off the highway. We have that. Yeah. No Panera for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's a sleep is boring. The chicken Baja Bowl is yummy. I haven't tried that, Wendy. I'm a creature of habit. That is my that is both a very big strength and a horrible weakness for me is that I'm incredibly predictable when it comes to certain things. I will always drink the same coffee. I will always I'll always go to like if I go to the pasta house company, which is a thing here. If I go to the pasta house company, I'll always order the exact same thing. If I go to Panera, I always order the exact same thing. I like what I like, and it's not that I'm not willing to try new stuff, but oh, guys. Oh, I am so sorry. Oh, he left the toilet seat up. I hate it when I have to take a booty bath. Oh, that makes me so mad. And I had a husband and 3 sons in this house. I took more than one booty bath, trust me. In the middle of the night, we splashed down and oh, they could hear me cuss from down the hall. My husband and I love to cook, so we don't eat out much. Honestly, Lisette, I love to cook, but I can only do so much of it, and then I'm like done. I need something that I did not make because my husband doesn't love to cook and is not good at it at all. He sucks at it. He can make chili and he can make like a chicken wing dip, and he can grill, and that's about it. And it's extremely, and the only reason why he can make chili is because I had to walk him through it like 8 times because I'm like, you have to be able to make something. You have to be able to cook twice a year. My family picks a home cooked meal by me over any restaurant. Yeah, yeah. I've been in Philly for over 8 years. Haven't turned on the stove oven on ever. Oh my God, Michael, do you eat takeout every day? Sierra turkey sandwich is no longer like. Oh, nice. Yeah, my his chili's pretty good, but that's because it's my chili recipe. And then I'm a one upper, so I gave him everything except for the one secret ingredient. When I make chili, when I'm finally finished getting all the chili ingredients, no one for any reason is allowed to use my bathroom. So if my seat is ever left up, someone is indeed pun intended. Yeah, I have a secret ingredient in my chili. You're gonna laugh at this. But once my chili is all fixed up, and it does take me a while, and I do a lot of it, but once my chili is all fixed up, then I pull out my hidden cans of Steak and Shake chili, and I add 2 cans of Steak and Shake chili to my existing chili, and it makes it so much better. Steak and Shake is the king of chili. I love it. Cheese, tomato, and pepperoni. That sounds good. Y'all, we're getting hungry together. I think we're all getting the munchies. Now, if you don't mind, I know that normally I do not smoke on my channel, but it's early and I have coffee. And guys, I'm out in the bar. I don't smoke in my house. I really don't because I'm a reseller and you cannot have stuff, especially with clothing. You can't smoke anywhere near your house. But our bar is separate from the house. So that's why you find me out here a lot because this is my smoking area. So, how many packages? You're all resellers, I think. How many packages does everybody have to send out this morning? I and they smoke it, girl. Thank you, Tyler, girl. I'm gonna smoke it. I'm gonna drink it. I got this Broadway Bounty Hunter. I found out it was a play later, but I got this because I loved the Women of a Certain Age. I was feeling that one, and of course, this was like a secondhand joint, so I got this for like 50 cents at a Goodwill or a dollar. And it's one of my favorite mugs because it says woman of a certain age. And then it's got like kind of a 70s vibe to it. So it looks like 70s wallpaper, like 70s bathroom or bar wallpaper. And of course the thing. So I have so many 50 cent and dollar mugs. It's crazy. God, pepperoni sounds delicious. And Lisette, Michael, Miss Q, sorry if I'm disappointing, but let their pets wipe their butts on. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah. You can't smoke near your reselling stuff. You can't do that. You either smoke outside or get lucky enough to actually have a separate bar that is separate from your house. But there's like my house, and then there's like the TV room, and then there's like a breezeway. And then there's actually a separate door that comes outside to the laundry room, and then the laundry room leads into the bar. So I'm like 12 rooms removed from like my Poshmark closet. And my Poshmark closet is actually like a physical room. We took one of our spare bedrooms and turned it into my storage and photo area. So it's sealed off, air filter, the whole freaking nine. I'm like super careful with my stuff. And that's not because, oh, look at me, I'm so super careful and wonderful. Honestly, it has to do with my customer's experience, because, you can only, if you send somebody something and it smells like smoke, they will tell on you immediately, and they will snitch you out on Poshmark. They will really. They'll And on eBay too. They'll be like, hey, my stuff smells like smoke, and people are really sensitive to the smell of it, which I get. Some public toilets are gross here. Even the girls pee on the seat, and some of them don't sit with their pee. Oh, yeah. The thing that I found was that, or pet hairs on things. I hate that too. And I have two large hairy dogs, and that's why I keep my stuff in like a separate room. And I do pre-seal it, and I always lint roll everything twice before I send it out, because, yeah, because you can't have dog hair on stuff. You can't have it smelling funky. Um, I've gotten things that still smelled like other people's perfume. Have you ever had that, where it's like a perfume, but it smells like perfume that's gone over, or it smells like old lady perfume, or like old Avon perfume? You know how that turns? And there are certain perfumes that I just cannot stand. You have 2 on Posh, 8 on eBay, and 3 on Macari. You got 13 packages going out today, Miss Q. Hey. And that is just so far, honey. You're awake now. Who knows what's coming in? Yeah, I can't stand, and I've gotten things that smell like funky, like mold, and surprisingly, because I don't smoke in my Old Spice, that would remind me of my dad. Yeah, my dad used to wear Old Spice, guys. It'd be nostalgic, but also unwelcome. Or deodorant in the armpits. Oh, yeah. I've never received anything like that, but I have definitely been at the thrift store and seen it, where it still has like the little deodorant boogers. Like, oh, you know what I'm talking about? Like the little white deodorant boogers. Ugh, ugh, gross, nasty, gnarly. Although, to be fair, if it's like an Armani linen shift, I'll scrub it out by hand. But I try not to do that. I'm trying to pick up profits, not projects. But yeah, if it's a high end piece, it might be worth it. But I don't know. Um, but yeah, I got this Curve. I don't know if you know what perfume that is. It's like Liz Claiborne's perfume, I think. It's called Curve. And Curve for Men. Every iteration of that, for some reason, triggers something in me that is just like it. It's an old lady smell, perfume smell for me. Now I know that that's not the intent, and that's not what it probably smells like to the majority of the people who smell it. Everybody's got a different sort of sense of smell. It's like a sense of taste. It's very personal. Um, but for me, that is like a huge trigger, and I will avoid something like the plague. I will literally walk away from an item that is a really good. Like, I would walk away from a Patagonia cashmere sweater if it smelled like Curve. I would walk away from it and not blink, because no, I can't have it. It's not. For me, it's just gnarly. Or deodorant in the armpits. And good morning, Raven, by the way. Good morning, sweetie. Yeah, it's just, don't do that. There's no need. I vape cannabis once in a while when I'm stressed, but sleepy time gummies are life, and I don't do that every night either. That's not, I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. When I was growing up, pot was like the devil, right? It was like it was like, oh my God, you're stoned. And then in the 70s and early 80s, and it was like, what the rebels did and it was the party thing and whatever. Jeffrey, Jamestown baseball commissioner, good morning, honey. And I always said, I'm like, the baby boomers are going to turn into old people. And when they do, when the baby boomers get to the point where they're getting prescription medicines for things, they're going to legalize pot. I called that. I did. And they sure did. Almost everybody's legalized pot now, really. And my food bag reeked like cologne. Ew. Oh, God. How do you eat like, yeah, that's gross. Yeah, that's gnarly. I would be really upset about that. Good morning, strong minds. Good morning, sweetie. Yeah, so I I don't know. I honestly, pot does not bother me. I grew up, my brother was always a stoner. And most of the kids I ran around with, I mean, a blue collar neighborhood, most of the kids I ran around with got high. It's not my cup of tea. But I'm not opposed to doing like a CBD gummy for pain relief. And yeah, my husband suffers from sciatica, and the cannabis oil helps him immensely. Yeah, there are people. I mean, it's got like proven chemical properties that are like anti-cancer. It's an appetite encouragement drug, I guess what you would call it, for people going through chemotherapy. So, there's a reason why people are looking at it in a medical way, because I think people are kind of getting sick of being, having some new wonderful pill, and then 5 months later, it's like, have you or a loved one taken this pill? And no. And with pot, you kind of know what you know what you're getting into. Potheads have been researching this stuff. They've been Cheech and Chonging it and researching it for decades. So I think that I think that it's not, it's not not really a big deal for me. If you do, you do. Great. When I met my husband, he was well, we're not going to go public with that. So let's just say that my husband knows what the benefits of cannabis are, probably firsthand, allegedly. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, pretty much, I just it's not. There's no. And I try not to judge people for their vices. She said, sitting here smoking. I really don't. I really try not to judge people for their vices too much, because I have an addictive personality. That's why I mainline coffee. I think a lot of the pain relief is that it relaxes you so much that the pain dissipates. That could be true. Absolutely. Willie Nelson is like 90 something, and Snoop Dogg says Willie Nelson smokes him under the table. That I saw that interview. Lisette, and he said Willie Nelson is the only person who has ever smoked him under the table. And then Willie, I think, switched because smoking in any form is a carcinogen. Willie switched from smoking it to edibles, I think. I think that was the story that I heard. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but yeah. Vegas is good, but too much gambling. Eek. Amen, sis. That's why we only stay 3 days. I'm like, and by day three, I'm honestly exhausted. I'm like, oh, okay, it's time to go home. So, but we always roll like 20 deep whenever we go to Vegas. We've always got so many people that are like joining us, because it's always for some sort of a celebration. So like with each of my boys, when they turned 21, we took each of our boys to Vegas. And of course, they had their friends and cousins and stuff like that. We have a really big family. And my two oldest boys are actually stepsons. So we have a blended family. And my baby mama went along. And yes, I do go on vacation with my baby mama. She's fantastic, by the way. She's just a lovely, lovely person. Heart of gold. And when somebody's good enough to share their children with you, do you realize how priceless that is? I mean, that is like if you can be good about sharing your children with somebody, and it's the most valuable thing anybody will ever have. So yeah, I owe her a great deal for the lives of my two oldest children. And I certainly respect her and love her very much. She's one of my favorite people in the world. So yeah, we actually do all go on vacation together. Her and her husband and my husband and I. We don't stay in the same room or anything, although we did all stay in the same condo last fall. We went to Florida. But we have 3 generations of family plus cousins plus everybody else. I mean, it's crazy. It's a big family. We got to do a night owl sale when I get back. Okay. That sounds cool. Yeah, Sharon, you've got some really cool stuff. You've got some really cool stuff. I've seen your auctions. It is what it is. I mean, you can either make your children comfortable in this life and and be good to their mother so that you're showing that, or you can make things stressful for everybody. And I just prefer not to. There's no need for it. There's no need for it. It's not a competition. I don't care to. I'm not that competitive. I'm just not. I'm just like, man, go ahead, have it if you want it. You want it that badly. I always measure how much I want something by am I willing to give it up to somebody else? And 9 times out of 10, it's yeah. That 10th time, watch out, because if I got my mind made up, I do end up with the chicken purse. That's another story. Okay, I'm going to quick tell the chicken purse story before I sign off and let you guys all go back to bed, I guess. Sorry. Thanks for staying up with me, though. I don't know if you guys know who Mia is with Crazy May. She had her very first live auction with I think the lady's name was Janet. And Mia had so I wanted to go there and I wanted to support her because Crazy May's stash is just fantastic. She's lovely to everybody. And she's just a sweetheart. And so I went to the auction to support her, and she pulls out a rubber chicken purse. When was the last time you saw a rubber chicken purse? Yeah. And it wasn't like a joke shop rubber chicken where they're long and yellow and they got the back and they made it. It's not like that. It looks like it would be an egg holder, almost like an Easter egg basket, but it was legit a purse. And it's like this big, right? It's huge and round. And it had like the little scallops on it and a plastic handle. And I cannot wait to get this purse. I'm so excited. I made up my mind to have that person. I was like, I'm bidding up until I absolutely win it. I don't care how high this goes. So I just bid and bid and bid until I got that purse because I was like, I have to have it. But that's like one of those, normally I'm not naturally competitive. When I want something, just know that I'm kind of single-minded that way. I get tunnel vision a little bit. You went to Hoover Dam on a helicopter. I have been to Vegas 8 times now. And I've never been to Hoover Dam. I've only been to the Strip twice. I go where I go, and I remember me saying I'm a creature of habit. I'm way a creature of habit. I go where I go. I like what I like. Yeah, Raven, I've always said it's not about me when the kids are involved. Me too. That's the thing. Your kids come first. And if you truly love your children, you're not going to put them in the middle of your drama, and you're going to avoid having drama to begin with, because even if you're not yelling at each other or whatever, they can still sense that. So, I mean, obviously there are some situations where the relationship is going to be a little more strained than others. Mine was pretty comfortable from the get-go, but there are relationships that are going to be a little more strained than others. And, you just kind of have to sit down and work it out, because, my children's mental health is very important to me. I will say that. And I'm sure they are for all of you, not my kids, but your kids, and my kids too. But yeah, my kids, my grandkids, their mental health and well-being is of utmost important to me. They are imperative to my happiness. And so, it behooves me to make sure that they are happy, and when they're happy, I'm happy. And we're all happy. I've been skydiving, but never on a helicopter. You've been skydiving? Lisette, girl, I didn't know you were are you an adrenaline junkie? Let me know. Skydiving, I'd be scared to death. And you flew over the strip at night on a helicopter too. That is cool. Okay, Sharon, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Crazy Man. I love her. And yes, I now am the proud owner of a chicken purse, waiting for that to come in the mail so I can actually bring it online and show everybody. You're an adrenaline junkie? I had a client that I worked with when I worked for Hilton, who was, she worked for Bungie North America, and she was a hardcore adrenaline junkie. Like, she loved it. She was an adventure girl. So she would do like, rock climbing. And like, when I say rock climbing, I don't mean like she's climbing up a little hill of rocks in the backyard. I mean like serious, like scary rock climbing. And she had been skydiving a few times, and she was, yeah. My husband is the complete opposite, so I don't have anyone to do these crazy things with. He's afraid of heights. Call Bungie North America. Yeah, I'm afraid of heights too. Well, I am and I'm not. If I'm in a secure situation, it doesn't bother me. Where if I'm like wearing a harness or something like that, I love roller coasters too, and speed racing. Well, when I say speed racing, I'm talking about fast go-karts. I'm not talking about anything like fancy. But yeah, I do love roller coasters. I'm a coaster girl from way back. But yeah, heights don't bother me. It's just it falling. The fast fall, where your stomach drops out. It doesn't bother me on a roller coaster, but it bothers me when it's like a sudden drop, like the Superman ride where it just dropped at Six Flags. That one bothered me. My stomach was, it made me a little dizzy afterwards. And when I say dizzy, that's a very delicate way of saying nauseous. Nauseous. I'd crap my pants. I love that. That's something that I would say. Oh my, I crap my pants. Okay, guys, it is 4:08 a.m. in St. Louis, and I have got to go shipping. But just know that, I saw a pickup over the weekend in sales on Poshmark, so that was good. Hopefully they have settled on an algorithm and they're going with it. And the majority of what I'm selling right now are shorts and swimwear, short sleeve things, shorter skirts, things like that. So just so you know, the summer stuff that we were afraid may or may not move, it's moving. It's moving. It's starting off slowly, but it's getting there. So don't forget to list. If you have any swimwear, get that listed this week. Get it listed this week. It is not too early. Not too early at all. People are already planning vacations, and now they're starting to buy for them. So I wish you all a wonderful day. I'll probably see many of you in Johnny's chat in a few hours. In the meantime, just let's have a wonderful start of the week together. We're going to do that. We're going to have a great week. List that summer stuff while I list everything all the time. Me too, because you never know. I also sold a wool cardigan last week. So, but yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me. I just wanted to hop on and say hi. And I really go get a big breakfast and enjoy your day. All right. Much love. Never, ever forget. Glamma'z loves you. And I will see you in Johnny's chat in just a few hours. Good night, guys.